Why automakers are betting big on gasoline. In a world where electric vehicles (EVs) are often hailed as the future of the automotive industry, it may come as a surprise that many automakers are still placing significant bets on gasoline-powered cars. Even if EVs rule headlines and governments drive for greener substitutes, petrol cars remain central in the market. Why is this so true? The solution resides in a complicated network of customer demand, cost concerns, infrastructure issues, and technology developments that have maintained petrol engines relevant in a period of fast change. Even while electric vehicles are becoming more and more popular, gasoline-powered vehicles are still firmly rooted in worldwide markets, particularly in underdeveloped areas where infrastructure for electric vehicles is inadequate. Not only are automakers passively waiting for the change to occur, they are actively investing in bettering internal combustion engines, hence increasing their environmental friendliness and efficiency. Concurrently, hybrid cars are becoming more and more popular as a way to combine the best of both worlds and provide users the freedom of petrol together with the environmental conscience of electric power. The dedication of the automobile sector with petrol vehicles goes beyond mere nostalgia or opposition to change. It's a calculated action to guarantee profitability throughout a future that is unknown. Why then are manufacturers betting large on petrol? Let's look at the main factors guiding this important choice. 1. Constant consumer demand for gasoline-powered cars. Even if electric automobiles are becoming more and more popular, customer demand for gasoline-powered cars is still great in many countries, especially in developing ones. Recent studies indicate that, particularly in nations with insufficient EV infrastructure, petrol vehicles remain the preferred choice for a good portion of the population. Furthermore, gasoline-powered vehicles are usually more reasonably priced, which appeals in areas where money is the main factor of importance. A good number of consumers, even in developed markets, value the familiarity and convenience of conventional petrol vehicles. Meeting consumer demand is first priority for manufacturers. Companies cannot afford to overlook their conventional consumer base even if the change to EVs is slow-moving. Still a major source of income, gasoline-powered vehicles should not be abandoned too fast lest market share in important sectors suffers. 2. Advancements in internal combustion engine technology. Making petrol engines more efficient, cleaner, and more reasonably priced requires significant investments by automakers. Internal combustion engine ICE technology has recently advanced to produce notable increases in fuel economy, lower pollutants, and improved general performance. Features include sophisticated gearbox systems, hybrid powertrains, and turbocharging have extended the lifetime of gasoline-powered vehicles and increased their competitiveness with electric vehicles in terms of fuel economy. Without sacrificing performance or power, innovations include cylinder deactivation, direct fuel injection, and variable valve timing are helping petrol engines be more environmentally friendly. The constant improvement of ICEs allows manufacturers to still satisfy legal criteria and appeal to consumers who care about the environment. Hence, the continued investment in petrol technology is a wise approach. 3. Profit margins and cost factors. Still, the manufacturing of gasoline-powered cars stays much less expensive than that of electric cars. The most costly part of EVs, batteries still cause a significant financial obstacle. Although battery prices have been constantly declining, they are not yet inexpensive enough to make EVs reasonably accessible for all kinds of consumers. Conversely, especially in the mid-range and entry-level markets, gasoline-powered automobiles have less manufacturing expenses. This helps manufacturers to provide consumers with competitive costs and better profit margins. Consequently, manufacturers are not only keeping on building gasoline-powered vehicles to meet current demand, but also doing so to keep profitability. Better margins resulting from lower production costs are especially crucial since manufacturers are under more pressure to switch to electric vehicles, while still balancing the earnings from their existing models. 4th, challenges in global infrastructure. Although some areas accommodate electric cars successfully, worldwide EV infrastructure still presents a big obstacle. Many nations, especially rural areas and developing ones, have few charging stations. Long-distance travel in an EV is more difficult and inconvenient, even in nations with strong EV infrastructure, since charging outlets might not be as common as petrol stations. widespread acceptance of electric vehicles is much hampered by the dearth of charging infrastructure. By contrast, petrol vehicles have a proven and dependable fueling system. For customers who are reluctant to go to electric vehicles because of range anxiety or the difficulty of locating a charging station during extended travels, this convenience is a major selling feature. Manufacturers have to keep satisfying the convenience of gasoline-powered vehicles until EV infrastructure catches up with gasoline filling stations worldwide. 5. Regulatory and policy uncertainty. The reason companies are still spending in petrol vehicles is much influenced by regulatory and policy uncertainties. Many governments have set high targets for EV adoption, even while others advocate a change to more sustainable transportation. The phasing down schedule for petrol vehicles is not set, though, and can be affected by political and financial considerations. For instance, some governments have delayed plans to forbid petrol automobiles or eased emissions rules amid economic crises, such as the COVID-19 epidemic. For manufacturers, these delays and regulatory changes introduce a degree of unpredictability that calls for careful balancing compliance with present rules against future planning. As manufacturers adjust to the changing regulatory environment and get ready for a more electrified future, this persistent uncertainty motivates them to keep building petrol vehicles in the near term. Gasoline-powered vehicles will remain a major component of the automotive sector for the foreseeable future due to the varying speed of policy application. 6. Resource and supply chain restraints. The move to electric cars is about reworking the whole supply chain as much as it is about switching the kind of automobile a car maker makes. Making EVs calls for fresh raw materials, lithium, cobalt, and nickel used in batteries. These goods are costly as well as prone to interrupting the supply chain. The supply of these vital resources might not be sufficient as demand for EVs rises, which would cause manufacturing bottlenecks and more EV expenses. By comparison, the supply chains for gasoline-powered vehicles are already strong and consistent. Unlike EVs, the components required for ICE vehicles' engines, transmissions, exhaust systems are readily available and do not impose the same resource limitations. Therefore, manufacturers of gasoline-powered vehicles are probably going to keep manufacturing them in order to guarantee production stability and reduce supply chain hazards. 7. Hybrid vehicles as a link between electric and petrol cars. As a link between gasolines-powered cars and totally electric vehicles, hybrid vehicles are progressively important to manufacturers' plans. Combining petrol engines with electric motors gives hybrids the best of both worlds: efficient electric power for short trips and a petrol engine for long distances. For consumers looking for environmentally responsible substitutes but still enjoy the convenience and range of conventional petrol vehicles, this makes them appealing. Hybrids offer a sensible answer in markets where the acceptance of electric vehicles is slower because of infrastructure problems or financial worries. Hybrids are seen by automakers as a transitional technology that will let them to satisfy rising environmental needs without totally giving up the petrol engine. For many buyers, hybrid vehicles present a convincing middle ground that offers the comfort of known petrol power together with environmental benefits. While still satisfying present customer tastes, hybrid technology is becoming increasingly important as manufacturers keep investing in it as a necessary stepping stone towards a more electric future. In the end, a complicated and changing terrain, gasoline-powered vehicles will remain very important in the worldwide market for the foreseeable future, even as the automotive sector negotiates the shift to electric vehicles. The causes of this are several and range from the ongoing customer inclination for petrol vehicles to the technology developments enabling internal combustion engines to be more environmentally friendly and efficient. Furthermore, underlining the significance of petrol vehicles in the industry's roadmap are the current infrastructure, financial concerns, and continuous uncertainty about rules in the supply chain. Using hybrid vehicles as a bridge, automakers are also deliberately providing a solution that satisfies consumer needs for convenience as well as environmental issues. Let us know in the comments what you think about the why automakers are betting big on gasoline. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.